a glimpse into a very, very special day. A special day where just really, really kind, good people gathered together and reconnected with nature. Today's day and age, all we do is have our head in the cell phone, right? We're checking text messages, we're checking emails, we're doing Zoom calls. Our lives are surrounded around technology. And so today at this gorgeous location located in Malibu, California, called Away Malibu, definitely make sure to Google it and check it out. If you ever want to have a retreat here, we had a gorgeous day retreat. And as you can see, this is just a quick glimpse of the property and just how, artistic and unique the plants were, and the trees and the flowers, so gorgeous. This was where we had a gorgeous lunch, which you will see later on in the video. And as we were all coming in, it was about 9:30 a.m. We were grabbing breakfast and just kind of getting to know one another and taking in the gorgeous space that we were going to spend our time on for the day. We did some yoga, which you will see a glimpse of later on in the video as well. And just how beautiful the grass was, and there was an overcast, but it was perfect because it just set the tone for the day of just this calm, relaxed feeling, and almost having an appreciation for the fact that the internet doesn't work. So we were forced to actually open our eyes and look around and be able to just admire the trees and the wind blowing through the leaves and just the calmness that most of us have a hard time tapping into these days. Look how gorgeous these plants are. And this was a nice trail that we're going to walk down here, and it ends up at the horses again, which were gorgeous. The horses were so beautiful. And that was my black tea there that you saw. Horsies, gorgeous horsies. Hi there. Sweetheart, how's it going? Are we allowed to pet? Are we allowed to pet?
You can see. He'll try to.
Layla walked right up and touched him one time.
This is Wyclef. He's very curious. So he'll probably try to smell your tea, and he'll nibble.
Oh wow. Whoa.
He's very curious, so he might go for this.
Yeah.
Or this,
okay.
or
okay.
That type of thing, but yeah.
Hi, Lovey. Hi.
Egg McMuffins up here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Egg McMuffins.
Oh, bomb. Definitely gonna get one.
Hey, Tommy, where you want me to move my truck to?
Oh. Hi. Shoot. I want to pet you more, but hold on. I'll give you a good... Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Cute. Hi. Okay. So as you can see, you got to get a mini tour of one section of the property. You'll get to see the rest of the property as we continue on in this video, so you're going to want to stay tuned. And this yummy, yummy breakfast was catered by Lippy's Creations. You will get to see their logo later on in the video as well when I show their gorgeous lunch. Super tasty food, very healthy, very nourishing, and just super kind people. There's my black tea again. So just kind of enjoying. People are coming in, gathering, saying hello to each other, getting to know each other, which was really cool. And there I am. Hello. And so we just continued on with the morning before we started all of our activities, just taking in the space and just getting in the mode of gratitude to spend a beautiful day with like-minded people that wanted to disconnect and reconnect with nature. So we started off with a really, really amazing yoga session. And there's Henry. You will continue to see him throughout the video. He is the host. He is the spiritual extraordinaire who will get your mind, body, and soul right. If you want to check him out, you got to make sure you follow him so you can come to the next spiritual retreat. Before I give you his Instagram, I want you to listen to some of the wise words he had to say.
The social connection is going to help our brain so much. That's what we all need, social connections as a part of evolution. So I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for the yoga. I'm grateful for the property.
I would like to ask you a question, but I want you to think.
It's a battle I've been fighting my whole life with, dealing with, am I feeling worthy or not good enough? And, you know, coming up in an area where, and coming up, I didn't have my father, so I used to question, am I good enough? And I had all of these negative thoughts. So for me, it was a battle that I was doing personally. And then I wanted to learn about certain things. So then I started learning about the brain. And, you know, we're gonna, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna get these negative thoughts. This is a part of life. But when this has happened, you know, what can I do to like maybe turn off the noise? And that's when I learned about quieting the mind, getting into the yoga and doing the deep breathing and doing things like that, because it's a personal journey for me. Okay. And anything that I learned on that journey, I want to pay it forward, because I remember when I was young and I wanted some help and it didn't come. And I said, so I'll be to the world what I wanted. If I can help people, I will help. So I want to bring everybody together so we can have fun, but also, you know, learn and change our consciousness so we can deal with the problems when they come, because the problems are going to come. That's not the big issue. The issue is how do we respond or react to the problems when they do come. And when we understand that the challenge is just a part of life, and life is a journey, and life is about growth, then we welcome the problems and the challenges, because we understand when we get through this challenge, it's going to be a bigger blessing on the other side of it. And we can't get out of it, so we might as well embrace it and just continually work on ourselves every day and try to get better. And don't be too hard on yourself. You know, relax. You're going to make mistakes. It is what it is. But it's the thought process, and that's what we want to tackle. Seed thoughts.
Now I can't stop talking.
First you want to talk.
I'm grateful that they're.
So those were some really wise words from Henry. You will get his information later on in the video as well. Here's Shanice, our gorgeous yoga instructor. I will also give you her information if you want to book a private session of yoga with her. I will give you her Instagram later on in the video. So yoga is a beautiful way of life. It's a beautiful practice. It's not just a way to stretch and get in a good workout and burn calories. It really is a mind, body, soul connection. And we definitely got that experience starting off the day, especially outside in nature. You're hearing the birds chirping. You're seeing the sun come out. You are taking in the greenery. It just was a really beautiful way to start off the day of activities. And again, guys, there's no internet, right? Remember that there's no internet. So this was a great way to connect with each other, doing a 90-minute intense yoga session, and then it led into this gorgeous lunch. And the food, guys, was so yummy. I mean, do you see those brownies? They were fantastic. All plant-based, all vegan. So I'm going to let you kind of just take in the food and check out what we got going on.
I don't have.
So as you can start to see, the gorgeous sun was coming out, which was creating this beautiful cast sitting on top of the mountains, but with the blue sky peeking through. It was just so gorgeous. There I am again. Hello, 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 hello. Just enjoying the sun, enjoying the day. And you guys, I love sweets. I actually got rid of my sugar addiction in 2022, but this, I mean, you can't pass up on homemade, vegan, plant-based brownies, right? By a really great catering company. So you just saw their logo. So Lippy's Creations, definitely Google them and tap in with them if you are interested in having a vegan caterer.
We live right here, you know. Beautiful medication. They got me doing yoga.
Medication. That's why I love him so much. Like,
It's not medication? Oh, no, medication.
I mean, I guess in a way it is kind of medication too.
Enjoying the meditation.
I'm so happy I caught that on
Good
camera.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing yoga now.
Good.
So now you're going to see this gorgeous, gorgeous trail that we're going to go on, this hike that we're going to go on and connect with nature. And the goal was to try to stay as silent as we could. I don't know. You be the judge if we did the best job of that. But it just goes to show you how much we are just so used to being busy and talking and having to react, and instead of just kind of being and living in the moment. So check out this beautiful path, trail, and hike that we went on. So as you can see, this is a gorgeous hike that we went on. And it was just, it felt kind of ethereal up there. It just felt very deep and really one with nature. There wasn't any really hardcore carved out paths. So it felt like we were really just kind of walking along nature and just letting it guide us. It was a really, really beautiful hike and way to connect. And just the way that the clouds were sitting and the mist was sitting over the mountains was just gorgeous. There I am. Hee hee. Hello. So I definitely suggest if you were looking for your sign to reconnect with nature or maybe get in touch with a spiritual retreat in your area, make sure you do that. Make sure you get on Google as soon as you can and book some kind of spiritual retreat. Again, you can always come to the next spiritual retreat in Los Angeles, in Malibu. Not sure if it's going to be held here again or at a different location, but if you are interested in checking out the next spiritual retreat, go to Henry Kellum. So that's Henry Kellum on Instagram, okay? I'm going to pop his name up on the screen so you can check him out, and make sure to follow him and make sure to DM him, say hello, and say that you saw how beautiful and amazing his retreat was, because it was awesome, and ask him when the next retreat will be. But tentatively, as of now, it will be summer of 2023. So definitely make sure to check that out. And everyone was just so kind and living in the moment. And really sweet woman handed me lavender, fresh lavender, freshly picked and grown from the planet. This is my brother, Omar. He's amazing. He also has an amazing charity. I'll pop up his Instagram as well. Giving shoes back to Africa, where he personally goes back to Africa and delivers the shoes himself. So you're definitely, how sweet was this moment? You're definitely going to want to head over to Afrikicks as well on Instagram. And if you're interested in donating, definitely click the link in his bio. But this is my spirit brother. We've been besties for many lifetimes. So this was the hike, and it was just a really fantastic way to reconnect with nature, especially after eating a very delicious lunch. We got to just kind of walk that off and connect with each other. We tried to be silent. Most of us did a good job. You know, it was kind of hard once it's so beautiful up there. You want to take pictures and connect with your friends and kind of capture that moment. But it was a really, really nice hike. So here is where we connected with the horses. And so I'll just give you a chance to kind of check this moment out. spending time with the horses was such a beautiful transition from that gorgeous hike. And everyone was just in this calm state of just taking in nature. And the horses were able to pick up on that. They're super sensitive, and walking on the trail just kind of put us in this calm state to really be able to connect with the horses and not get overly excited and loud and talking and laughing, just kind of really being calm and connecting with the horses and respecting their space and respecting their energy. And it was nice. So I think that the horses liked me. They allowed me to pet them several times. So again, definitely make sure to head over to Instagram after watching this video and follow Henry Kellum on Instagram. And also the amazing yoga instructor, I'm going to pop up her Instagram right here, right now, and you can connect with her as well. She did say that she does privates via Zoom, via online, so you can hit her up in the DM or go to her website in the link in her bio and see what the details are of her services. But she's excellent, really great experience as well.
We're gonna do a meditation.
Well, he's gonna play music. We're gonna lay back and just relax, and he's gonna do some brainwave stuff. So we want to leave it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So after spending time with the horses, we walked back up the hill into this space on the property and got ready for this amazing, amazing session from Yehuda Ashkenanza. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, so please forgive me, but I'm going to put up his Instagram if you want to book him for any event. He does these amazing beats, so I'm going to let him explain what he does.
Tools that we use, the wisdom of Kabbalah, certain sounds of certain letters. I believe many of you know about mantras. So I use different type of mantras. Some of them, by the way, in Sanskrit, not even Kabbalistic, and some of them Kabbalistic mantras. The second thing, before I will explain a little bit what is the experience and how it's structured. We'll do it quick. I don't want to talk too much. And I'm also a musician, so I compose also the music that you're going to listen. The music that I'm going to use, it is not a produced track. I also produce music, but what I'm using in those sessions, it is not a produced track. In each session, I mix live the music. Anything that you're going to listen is basically according to my feel with the group and with the space, and according to that, I'm going to mix the music that we're going to use. The music we're going to use is going to be combined between different frequencies. I don't know if any of you use in any of your practice frequencies. Amazing. So one of the frequencies that I use in all my sessions, it is the 7.83 hertz. Those of you who know about the Schumann resonance. Some people calling it the heartbeat of the planet. But the idea of this frequency, our brain, when you provide the brain the right frequencies, our brain tendency, it is always to go the quiet space within. We explained that the brain that is super active most of our lives starts to slow down. So the way the brain works, and I believe some of you maybe know more, know less about it, but most of the time, most of the world, the brain operates on beta state, which is anything between 14 to 30 cycles.
So that was the gist of what he's going to be doing. So as you can see, we're all putting on these headphones, and the beat coming out of these headphones was so bomb, you guys. Like, he is so talented. So definitely make sure you head over to Instagram and check him out. So yeah, guys, I believe you might be able to hear just a tinge of what he was doing, but I don't want to get like a copyright or anything. So I'll just, it's not going to be, you won't be able to hear it clearly, but it was fire. Definitely head over to his Instagram and check out his beats. So this is where the magic started to begin. We all got settled onto our yoga mats, and again, a great way to connect with nature. You want to make sure that you have your shoes off, and here I am getting ready for this session. We had the choice of either sitting up or laying down. For some reason, I felt called to sit up the whole time. That was really resonating with me to hear these binary beats. Most people decided to lay down, but it was overcasty again, which kind of set the mood and the tone for the beats as well. So the beginning, while everyone was getting settled, it was bumping, you guys. He has some slappers on there. Okay, that's what I'll call them. Because I don't really know what to call them. They're just like really dope beats put together. And so he was starting to talk to us through the headphones, which was actually really cool. So we're all getting settled and, making sure everyone has their headphones on. And
Is it working?
it ended up being about a 40-minute session of being taken through this really amazing ethereal realm with these beats. And again, people started to lay down, and he was talking us through this like guided meditation, and then it led us into this really deep state, almost leading us to, I don't know if it's the gamma state or which state it is, but it's kind of like that state right above actually falling asleep. That's where I felt like we were being taken. And then from that state of mind, along with the binary beats, we were just really able to look within and really go deep and kind of uncover or heal or unblock anything that was stagnant, deep, just the deepness, the vastness of what happens when we close our eyes. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope so, at least. So this is a great way to start like your spiritual journey as well. If you're kind of like, I don't really know how to start a spiritual journey, or I'm interested, doing an experience like this, I feel like is really, really good, because your soul is connected to music, right? All of us love some kind of music, and it just connects with us. So the way that these beats hit your nervous system, the way that these beats hit your brain, the way that it hits your deeper hearing, it's really powerful. So he's definitely extremely talented. I had never really been through a guided meditation using binary beats live in person like this. So it was a really, really cool experience. So this is when we started to like get settled and listen to what he was saying. He was walking us through certain aspects to get us to this really deep state of mind in combination with these beats. These beats are just, they're amazing. Like, at least tap in with him one time in your life and do his binary beats experience, because it was definitely really life-changing. And you'll even see like afterward, the way that we all look like we're kind of in a daze. Like it literally feels like we all were awake in a dream state in another dimension. Like that's how I felt like it was. So, and then of course, you're in nature, right? So like there's no technology, you're in nature, you're grounded with the grass and the trees above. And it's just like this whole experience, right? You have the light air hitting your face, like fresh air. And again, if this should be your sign that you need to connect more with nature, and you definitely need to be at the next spiritual retreat, connecting with Henry Kellum on Instagram. And So I'm just going to settle into my meditative state and enjoy. And if you want to experience this, definitely make sure you tap into the next spiritual retreat. So as this was completed, we all stood up and listened to a final word from Mr. Henry Kellum himself. And so I'll let you listen to his closing statements.
So we got a technique that's called breathe in for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4. And that starts to increase the theta into an alpha state. We're less stressed out. It's an optimal state for learning. The theta state is akin to hypnosis. So kids, when they're about 2 to 7, in the age of 2 to 7, they're in like a hypnotic state. They learn from.
All right, everyone. So if you want to check out Henry's amazing tactics and methods for meditation, head over to his Instagram and follow him. Also, make sure to go to the next spiritual retreat so you can catch his amazing information in person. And, you know, this was just such a beautiful experience. And I think that most of us are in need of reconnecting with people just on a soul-to-soul, person-to-person level. I know the 2-year pandemic definitely shook all of us up and kind of just made us kind of develop a social anxiety against one another. So I think that doing things like this can get you back in contact with just the genuine human-to-human connection. So definitely it's worth every penny to go to something like this if you're interested in just recharging, reconnecting with people, and connecting with yourself, learning different methods and tactics that you can really take along with you that create transformative change in your life. And it's just time. It's time to get back to what the beauty of nature and the beauty of connecting with one another. Okay? So make sure also to subscribe for more videos like this, for more content surrounding around health, fitness, and mindfulness. I put out content all the time about health, fitness, and mindfulness, and transformative habits on how to transform your life as well. So this is what I do to recharge. And this was us just kind of wrapping up and saying goodbye to each other and, being excited about the next one. We got some testimonials here, as you can see, and, just people talking about how amazing the experience was. And you could even feel everybody's energy from the beginning of the day. And then toward the end of the day, everyone just seemed to have this glow on their face. And because we all weren't, even though we had cameras, like our camera phone was able to work, and so we were able to capture moments, we weren't just stuck in, who posted the most, what's the most recent posted news on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Like, we couldn't connect to any of those social media apps. And so because we were forced to introduce ourselves and talk and get to know each other, we learned a lot about each other. People became new friends, and it was just really, really a beautiful experience that I don't think adults do often. I think that, so much of our life is lived through social media now. And even when we're at events, we're just still in our face is just in our phone. So it was nice to be put in an environment where we were forced to talk and laugh and actually look at each other in the eyes. And it was really beautiful. So this was the drive coming out of the property at Away Malibu. Again, it's called Away Malibu. If you ever want to book a retreat there, it's called Away Malibu. So I just wanted to kind of just take in the day, and I parked on the side for a second and just took in the ocean and just kind of was really grateful for the day and the new people that I met and the experience that I had, and just like really breathing in and not just rushing back home to get on Instagram and, just go back into the hustle and bustle of like whatever we all have going on. I just was like, I'm just going to like finish out the day really calm. So I just hung out at the beach and just enjoyed watching the surfers and just kind of was living in the moment. It was really, really beautiful. even though it was had an overcast, it was something about the energy was just very calming. And I definitely, if you are not familiar with, if you've never been to Malibu, California, it's very beautiful. The beaches all up and down the coast, just in Southern California in general, is really, really nice, especially like the Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, Malibu, all up and down. So definitely make sure you visit Malibu Beach, California, if you are someone that is not from California, not familiar. And that was just me taking in the day, taking in the ocean. And also, I love this jumpsuit. It's from Diva Couture. If you look them up on Instagram, it's called Diva Couture. And they're based out of Miami. And I love that they really accommodate women with hips and some thighs. So definitely check them out. But yeah, so this was my beautiful day. Make sure to follow all the people that I showed. Make sure to follow this page as well, and catch me on the next one. Bye.